Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Viewers all over the world, June 12th is around the corner. As you know, I'm a man of people. So, the wound of one is the wound of all. As things stand, you may have realized it will not be easy for me to celebrate my birthday under the present circumstances. Some of the people who want to come are troubled by the situation all over the world. We see their fear and their worry. I feel their pain. I feel their worry. Therefore, let us dedicate this day to prayer and fasting. Don't forget the needy. By the grace of God, more birthdays are ahead. God bless you. Emmanuel. Jesus is Lord. Happy birthday.
I thank God for what God has done. You know, everything that happens in this life, leave it to God. God is in control. He gives and He takes. He's the one that gave Him to us, and He has taken Him. And my belief is that He has finished the job at home. Yes, that's my belief. With his interview or his speech or his preach 2 days ago, you will know he knew already that he's ready to go. So, who will query God? Can anybody query God? So we have to accept whatever won't happen. So that's the bonus for them.
You personally, as the king of this kingdom, how you would describe TB Joshua?
He's a lovely man, and he's care for everybody. Yes, we are going to miss him so much. Since 1 o'clock a.m. yesterday till now, I've not slept. In fact, I have to cut short my interview because when I talk, I'll be crying again. So we know there's no leaf that drops from tree that God will not know about it. Nobody kills him. Nobody. He has time. I've finished the job he come for. That's the truth of the matter. But my trouble is that his wife and the children should not allow them to bury him in Lagos. We are not going to take it lightly. He's from this town and we want him back here. That's the only trouble I have now. Yes, I've not have access to the wife, and I know I'm going to talk to her. Yes, she's not from here. That's another trouble now. So she can decide anything she wants, but we are not going to take it lightly. We are not going to take that from anybody.
To Oguname, and I just want to drop this soul food. People who celebrated our deaths are these giant pastors. We all know that the people who celebrated our deaths are these giant prophets. We all know that all these people use our deaths as a reaffirmation to update their members, to update their haters, to update people who they believe don't agree with them, and to use their death as example to tell them this is what you can face. That was the reason why the death of AdaJesus was so painful to me. Not really because of the one-on-one, it's because of the psychological message. This was so painful because why? We know very well our people have been lied to. We know very well that this alien doctrine has come to disconnect our people from the right direction that their nature is supposed to face. We know this now. So when we still see giant man of God, as they called it, when we still see all these giant prophets with their hundreds of thousands platform and everything, still using that message to brainwash our people, to put them online, it hurts us. It hurts us because as long as our people is being programmed like this, then we can never grow as a people. Then Africa can never meet up to where it's supposed to be. Then we can never leave that cycle. So all this man of God, prophet, agent, now becomes agents who their job now is to cage our people, to not make them become awoken into their own self-consciousness. We know they are suppressing their energy, because for as long as you believe in a fictional character inside the book, then you give your power to that book. Then your book becomes your God, because you have given your power to the book. So we know all this game. We know that when they put their hands on your head and pray for you, we know that sometimes your soul protest and manifest. That's why you jump and spring and shout and roll and fall. We know that is not anointing. That is your own energy resisting their own presence in your own sacred space. Because what they do is they invade your space. They tell them people to hold you, and they start penetrating into your space. So those ushers holding you right there, there's nothing between them and a kidnapper spiritually. Those people's holding you right there and keeping you for the man of God, there's nothing between them and executioner spiritually. So when we see all these things and we know all these things, and when we now see issues of AdaJesus and this other Dumeje guy, when we see all these things, so it hurts us. It hurts us because it's like, yes, they have another tools again. And these tools now, they want to use it as an example. That is why I was very angry in the issue of AdaJesus. That is why it hurts me as if it's a personal thing. It's because I understand the psychological warfare our people are facing. And I understand how this event can contribute to them and their own formats they are using. That was what really made me angry. But along that process, something else was being shown. And what was shown to me is this was the last sacrifice. So AdaJesus was their last sacrifice. AdaJesus was the last stop they reached, and they have reached that stop now. So everything that is happening now, this is just the beginning. The other one wave his own, his first son, pick it up. So no problem. It's going to be going round. These deaths, like I said before, is going to knock in all of their doors, and they are all going to pick it, because your time is over. Your time is over. This is the Aquarius age. There is no space for falsehood right now. So if you still want to live on that energy of your falsehood, then you cannot exist in this time and space anymore. So what I'm trying to tell you now is there is no space for Nigerian pastors and their characters anymore. There is no space for all those Nigerian bishops and prophets anymore. Our ancient ancestors has come now. They have come to fix the damage which your previous ancestors has done. So these ones that have come now, they are different from the ones that have been around. The one that has been around is not so active. These new ones that have come now, it's time for Africa, the mother conscious self of the whole earth. It's time for she to rise. And Nigeria is going to be where they will use as example. So the time has come now where we ought to start waking up. The only thing still slowing the process down is the people. There is too many few people waking up right now. But the fact is the number is still encouraging. Every day people are becoming more conscious of themselves. People are starting to really understand what they really are. People have started to really paying attention and asking questions. Who am I really? What am I really doing here? People have started now to start paying attention to the bigger picture, not just those little cartoon drawings that they draw in those holy book of Bible story. People now understand that many of the words in the books is also a lie. So this is helping people now to really wake up. And we are happy. We are happy. So for you who are still one of all those high-class Nigerian prophets, if you love yourself and your family, you have to start repenting. Start teaching your people that the book was a lie. Start teaching your people that nobody talked to you. Start letting them know what really happened. Because you see that deity you all have all been trusting on. You see that deity you all have all been worshiping. Because they put all this Nigerian, what many of you have to know is that Nigerian pastors, they are just like a occultic group. Only when you are in that occultic society, that is when you can have that large ministry in Nigeria. When you are not in that society, you cannot have anything large ministry. And that society is not just the pastors. It's full of your politicians, your businessmen and businesswomen. All this group of people, they know what I'm talking about now. All this group of people, they are the ones who come together and they create a very powerful and huge occultic cycle. In this, their occultic cycle, they believe they have to be the one making the decisions about the order of the day. But now they are afraid. They have been doing it for so long, it has been favoring them, but now they are afraid. Guess what? Breaking news. That deity which they are all worshipping, the time of that deity now is over. Because I have said this before and I will say it again. What you have to know is this. When you have a deity from your family or your lineage, which you are supposed to worship, when one pastor, one of all these their prophets, when they change your brain or brainwashed you to not pay attention to that deity, what happened is that deity now will now go and visit the pastors because they know they are the one responsible for your failure. They will not go and visit the pastors. So what those pastors are doing, because they have contracts, personal contract with a deity, so when that deity is coming, the deity will not get to them direct. The deity will stop by their own personal deity, just like you have a personal bodyguard, by their own personal deity. And that is where that their personal deity now will try to trash and fix the issue from deity to deity between those two deities. So when that process is going on, the personal deity of that pastor will now kind of plead on behalf of the pastor. Listen very well. Will not kind of plead on behalf of that pastor or prophet and promise that deity that they will keep the balance through sacrifice and some offerings. So in that process, when that deity is gone, the mother deity in the sense that this belongs now to the pastor, will not tell the pastor or the prophet that this is what happened. This is the sacrifice you have to bring, and this is what you have to bring for us to balance this issue over here.